Welcome to Dark Love Psychology. In relationships, boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They don't keep people out. They filter out those who don't respect you. When you set clear boundaries, you send a powerful message. I value myself. And that self-respect is what truly makes you attractive. Today we'll break down why boundaries signal strength, how they trigger respect and desire, and how to use them without being cold or distant. Chapter 1. Boundaries are not about controlling others. They're about controlling your own behavior and energy. It's saying, this is what I will and will not tolerate. For example, you can't control if someone texts you at 2 a.m., but you can decide not to reply until morning. That's a boundary. It's quiet confidence, not aggression. And this kind of self-control communicates one thing. You respect yourself enough not to be reactive. Chapter 2. Every time you allow bad behavior, you teach others how to treat you. This isn't about delivering a lecture. It's about setting a standard. You are the gatekeeper of your own peace, and every interaction is a quiet lesson you give to others on what is, and what is not, acceptable in your world. When you enforce boundaries, you teach the opposite. You can't treat me like that and keep access to me. This is a crucial distinction. Many people mistake boundaries for walls, but they are not the same. A wall is built from fear, designed to shut everyone out indiscriminately. It isolates you. A boundary, on the other hand, is a filter built from self-respect. It's a selective, intelligent system that allows kindness, genuine connection, and mutual respect to flow in, while keeping manipulation, disrespect, and emotional drama out. It protects your energy without closing your heart. Self-respect is attractive because it's rare. In a world overflowing with people seeking validation, approval, or attention, it's a scarce commodity. And the principle of scarcity is simple. We place a higher value on things that are hard to find. Most people broadcast their neediness. Their actions are a constant plea for someone else to tell them they are worthy. But someone who can walk away from disrespect stands out. They operate from an internal source of validation. They don't need the world to approve of them, because they approve of themselves. This lack of neediness is what creates the magnetic pull. It signals stability, inner strength, and an abundance of self-worth. You become a source of your own light, rather than a reflection of someone else's. Let's look at this in practice. Consider the example of a man who calmly says, I don't argue over text. Let's talk when we're both calm. This is a perfect demonstration of calm detachment. He isn't angry. He isn't punishing. He is simply stating his standard for communication. He immediately separates himself from the emotional chaos that text-based arguments thrive on. He refuses to participate in the drama. Or imagine a woman on a date. Her date starts making subtle, condescending jokes at her expense. Instead of laughing nervously or getting into a confrontation, she simply smiles, finishes her drink, and says, It was interesting meeting you, but I don't think we're a match. I'm going to head home now. She doesn't demand an apology. She doesn't explain why he was wrong. She simply removes her presence. Her action is the boundary. This calm enforcement is the key. It's not about winning a fight. It's about choosing not to enter the ring. It communicates that your peace is more valuable than being right. That's strength. That's power. That's magnetic. Chapter 3. Here's why boundaries create attraction. They trigger respect and mystery at the same time. Psychologically, people value what's limited. When your attention isn't always available, your presence becomes scarce, and therefore valuable. It's the scarcity principle in action. When you're not chasing, explaining, or overgiving, you're signaling, I have options, I have control, I have standards. And that signal, especially in relationships, awakens curiosity and admiration. Chapter 4. The silent rules we live by. Boundaries aren't just invisible emotional fences. They need a voice. They are verbal contracts you make with yourself and then share with the world. Many of us mistakenly believe that if someone truly cares, they should intuitively know our limits. But people aren't mind readers. Unspoken expectations are the fastest route to resentment and misunderstanding. True respect is built on clear communication. Your boundaries are your personal user manual, and it's your job to share the instructions. This isn't about building walls or delivering ultimatums. It's about providing a clear, calm script for how you expect to be treated. It's how you communicate what's okay and what's not, using simple, direct language. Let's look at how this applies in different areas of your life. In a professional setting, a boundary might sound like this. I'm committed to my work between 9 and 5, but to be at my best, I need to disconnect in the evenings. I'll respond to any non-urgent requests the next business day. In dating, it could be, I'm really enjoying getting to know you. For me, building emotional intimacy first is important, so I'd like to take things slow physically. And with friends, a classic example is, I value our friendship, but when plans are canceled last minute, it disrupts my day. If it becomes a pattern, I won't be able to keep making plans. Notice the tone. It's not angry or demanding. It's a statement of fact, rooted in self-respect. You are not asking for permission. You are declaring your reality. This is the essence of verbal clarity. You're not being rude or difficult. You're being honest. You're showing clarity. And clarity is power. It eliminates confusion and forces people to consciously choose how they will engage with you. When people know your limits, they are presented with a choice. They either respect your terms and step up to meet you where you are, or they find the boundary inconvenient and step out of your life. Both outcomes are a victory for you. One deepens a respectful connection, the other filters out a misaligned one. Either way, your peace of mind wins. You reclaim your energy and create space for people who are willing and able to honor you. Chapter 5. Boundaries are like muscles. The more you use them, the stronger they get. Think about it. When you first start working out a muscle, it feels weak, unfamiliar, and even sore the next day. You might be tempted to quit because the initial discomfort is so pronounced. But with consistency and repetition, that muscle adapts. It grows stronger, more defined, and what was once a struggle becomes an effortless source of power. Setting boundaries follows the exact same principle. At first, it can feel incredibly uncomfortable. You might fear losing someone's approval, being labeled as difficult, or creating conflict. This discomfort is the soreness of your boundary muscle. It's a sign that you are challenging old patterns of people-pleasing and stepping into a new way of honoring yourself. The key is to tolerate this initial discomfort. Don't run from it. Recognize it as a necessary part of your growth. Each time you say no when you mean no, you are doing one more repetition in your workout. You are sending a powerful message, not just to others, but to your own subconscious. My time is valuable, my energy is finite, my well-being matters. This is how you build the habit of self-respect. It's not a one-time declaration. It's a series of small, consistent actions that accumulate over time, reinforcing your self-worth until it becomes an unshakable foundation of your identity. For example, let's say a new romantic interest, who you really like, asks you to meet up last minute. The old you might have dropped everything to seem available and eager. But the new you, practicing boundaries, might say, I'd love to see you, but I can't meet tonight. I already made plans for myself. How about we plan something for Thursday? This simple statement does 3 things. It affirms your interest, respects your pre-existing commitment to yourself, and proposes an alternative. It shows you prioritize your own life, not that you live for someone else's schedule. People who respect themselves are emotionally independent. They're not desperate for connection. They choose connection from a place of wholeness, not neediness. They understand that their value isn't determined by their availability to others. This is the core of what makes them so magnetic. Here's a quick reflection prompt for you. Think of one small area in your life this week, with a friend, a colleague, or in your dating life, where you can practice setting one small boundary. What would it be? How would it feel to honor yourself in that moment? Start there. Start small. And just like a muscle, watch your strength grow. Chapter 6. Let's flip the script. What happens when you have no boundaries? You get walked over. You attract users, manipulators, and takers. You lose respect, not because people are cruel, but because you've shown them it's okay to take more than they give. When you don't respect your time, energy, or emotions, others won't either. That's why self-respect isn't selfish. It's essential. Chapter 7. Boundaries don't have to be aggressive. You can set them calmly and respectfully. Steps. Be clear. Know what behavior is okay or not okay. Communicate once. You don't need to over-explain. Enforce quietly. Follow through with action, not threats. Example. If someone disrespects your time repeatedly, you stop adjusting your schedule for them. No anger, just distance. Graceful firmness is the ultimate power move. Chapter 8. Boundaries don't push people away, they attract the right ones closer. Because real love, friendship, and respect can only exist when two people know where the line is. When you live with self-respect, you don't chase, you choose. You don't beg, you attract. So next time you're afraid to draw a line, remember, that line isn't rejection, it's reflection. It shows the world exactly how much you value yourself. Respect yourself enough to say no. That's where attraction truly begins. Subscribe for more insights on self-respect, power, and psychology. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe to Dark Love Psychology for more insights and tips to help you succeed. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video.